So here is your path to success. And this path to success is the same path you're going to have to walk no matter where you want to find success. You want to find success in business, you want to find success in a relationship, you have to walk this path. The first thing is we have to define what that success looks like. Both in that concept, right? Keeping in mind that success is optimized daily experience, sustainable over time. So that means that the best way to define success is what emotional state do I want to feel and what emotional state do I want to avoid. How many of you have to sell something to be successful? All of your hands are up in one way. If you just manage a team, you have to sell them and showing up to work. So we all sell. Is there a difference between leadership and selling? Leadership, selling. Selling is primarily the act of influencing the client towards a better future for themselves. Same thing. Same principle. What are we doing when we sell? We're coordinating action with others. Why do we sell? To produce feelings of success in our client and ourselves or our company. So it is the same exact thing. So, defining success. We define success by keeping in mind that it's about optimizing our daily experience sustained over time. Well, how do we define that? By identifying what emotional state we want to be in, what emotional state we want to avoid. If you're selling with someone, your only job is to identify what emotional state they want to feel and what emotional state they want to avoid. That's how you get them to do anything. From defining of success, we have to coordinate action. Right? What team do we need to be on in order to achieve that success? Where in our life are we coordinating action? We feel success, we feel good. Where in our life are we in discord? We feel bad, we feel failure. How do we coordinate action with others? Behavior. Our behavior has to be effective and high functioning. How do we control or influence our behavior? Through self-regulation. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and energetically. We have to become masters at surviving the demands that are constantly on us and choosing to act effectively. How do we do that? Through self-regulation. Why have I been successful in most of the things that I've done? Because the only way I got to be a SEAL was having the highest level of self-regulation that people could have. Like, that's my biggest gift, because it's enabled me to modify my behavior as needed, to coordinate action effectively with those around me in order to achieve success. The last piece of this, which is interesting, because generally this formula would be the other way around. People always start with leadership. Leadership's at the front end. That's impossible. I can't lead if I can't define and hold what success is for myself and or for others. I can't lead if I can't coordinate action. I can't lead if I have ineffective behavior, and I can't lead if I can't self-regulate. To enable you to coordinate action effectively, to be able to produce success for those around you, which will, as you coordinate action, translate into feelings of success for you. Now, if you have a company that is able to produce feelings of success for the clients, the team members, and the owners, is there going to be money?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Now, what he can't do, what Ray can't provide for you, is these last two: self-regulation and leadership. Most of you will not self-regulate. Most of you won't do what he says. You won't go in and change your email signatures. You won't go change your Facebook stuff. You won't use the scripts that he said, because you can't self-regulate. Okay, it all breaks. It's up to you. Like, that's the one piece that someone can't help you with. And the last piece on leadership, you've got all of this. That is a skill. That is something you have to learn. And being able to establish these first four is going to provide the path for you to learn and effectively do that. And leadership isn't about position. That's a key piece, right? It isn't about a title, right? What was the first example of leadership that I shared with you?
Okay.
Babies. Babies have no title. They have no positional authority. They have no ability to project force. But they lead us all over the place. We've got a 3.5-year-old and a 5.5-year-old, and they are masters at behavior change. For us, not for themselves. So leadership becomes from a way of being and then is optimized through learning and practicing. The last piece I'll leave you with is the knowledge, skills, and behaviors are different at each level. Yet they're all necessary. What enables you to effectively define success is a different skill set than that which enables you to coordinate action, which is a different skill set than being able to have effective behavior. It's a different skill set than self-regulation. It is a different skill set than leaving. And if you try to jump, you're going to fail. If you try to lead before you can effectively coordinate action, you're going to fail horribly. So you're smarter than you thought because you're here, and yes, you're getting your branding done, which is good, but ultimately, if you look at what he's doing and modeling and showing, what he's really doing is showing you a perfect example and giving you the opportunity for those first three pieces. Right? Having a clear idea of what it is to success, be able to communicate it, how to coordinate action with people that you meet, people that you're in business and relationship with, what behaviors you need to have to effectively coordinate action around communication with yourself. Like, that's what you're here for, and that's today. But this all breaks if you can't self-regulate. So within that, when he tells you to do those lists and you don't do them, remember that you're throwing it all away. Like, in the end, our ability to make the right choice among all the demands that we have is what's ultimately going to determine if we can experience success through coordination of action and have an effective behavior.